New York is the largest metropolis in the United States and also one of the most recognized and influential on Earth. It is considered the cultural and financial capital of the world and home to so many landmarks like Times Square, Central Park, Fifth Avenue, the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Wall Street, just to name a few. New York is divided into 5 distinct boroughs, each one a separate county, and honestly, they could be separate cities as well. In this series, we're going to focus on Manhattan as it's the most famous and also where several of the top attractions are located. And in this very first video, we're going to walk around Midtown Manhattan and the Theater District, a little bit of the Central Park as well. Hello, I'm Renata, and this is my husband, Gordon.
I'm a Canadian.
I'm a journalist.
And I'm Gordon.
You're the cameraman.
Cameraman.
Both of us film, actually.
What do you do on your channel?
Here on this channel, we take you on a virtual trip around the world. So come with us. Also, you can use our trips to plan your own trips.
Plan to go to New York? Singapore? How about Tokyo, Japan, where the Olympics just were? We can help you. Check down below, like, subscribe, and see all the beautiful videos we've created.
You're inspired today, aren't you?
Inspira us out.
New York City is a place we both love. We've been here many times since we were teenagers, basically, since way before we were even dreaming of meeting each other. And yet, every time you come here, you discover something new. We're planning to shoot 3 videos here mixing old-time favorite attractions with brand new activities or new places to visit. Let's get started in a very traditional way, shall we? With a bagel at Grand Central Terminal. That, by the way, is the largest piece of Tiffany glass in the world and the only clock on time in the entire station. The others are slightly ahead. It's an extra hand, you know, for people not to miss their trains. Grand Central is more than a train station. This is a historic landmark in Midtown Manhattan. Here you also have some options for dining, shopping. Sometimes there are even events going on here. And it's every day thousands of people come from the suburbs or nearby states to work in New York City. This is their first point of contact with this massive metropolis. This clock right here is rumored to have been made of opals, a very expensive gemstone. It would be worth millions if it is true. The ceiling is the constellation. Look at the zodiac signs here. There is a food court in the lower level. Lots of options here for quick snack. This one right here is Zaro's. This is the 4th generation family-owned and operated business. Cheers! You cannot come to New York and don't have a bagel. And I love bagels.
Plain Jane.
Both of us, yeah.
Plain Jane.
Cream cheese, everything bagel. I love bagels. Good morning. You found a sink in the middle of the station, baby? Look at that very famous building here in New York City. That's the Chrysler Building. They don't have an observatory there, so unfortunately you cannot go for a visit, but you have some other great alternatives, and I'll show them along this and in my next videos. In the 1920s and 30s, there was kind of a rush here in New York City to build the tallest building in the world. That's why you see so many beautiful Art Deco skyscrapers. That's the Chrysler Building. It was the tallest building in the world for 11 months until another one right here was inaugurated, the Empire State Building. It's hidden right behind this one here. Now, here they got a great observatory. The Empire State Building was the world's tallest building for about 40 years. And why this name, Empire State? That's the nickname of the state of New York. One of the most famous and sophisticated avenues in the world. Welcome to Fifth Avenue. Look at this building, how amazing. The New York Public Library. We're gonna be back on Fifth Avenue very shortly, but first let me show you a very nice place here between 5th and 6th. Oh, there's some construction here. This is Rockefeller Center. There is some kind of construction work going on here at the plaza. Oh, here's what it is. It looks like they're creating a commercial space down there. They should be ready at the end of the year. If you live in the US or Canada, you may recognize this setting here. This is where they showed the Today Show. That's Al Roker, the weatherman. Oh, he's my favorite. Oh, and they're interviewing that girl. She's the youngest American to go to space. That is so cool. A lot of security here, exactly because people stop, to watch. You can't see very clearly inside. There's like a film. It's actually so that the light would be good from inside out, but it's still cool. There are various buildings in this complex here.
Yeah.
This here was a massive development during one of the worst times in the American history, the Depression.
Yes.
The buildings were built here in the end of 1920s, early 30s.
And to make an investment of this magnitude during that time.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah, Mr. Rockefeller himself, he invested it all.
Did he build it with rocks?
I don't know, baby. That was just his last name.
Oh.
But you know that this building here is 30 Rock, right? 30 Rockefeller Plaza.
Television.
30 Rock. Yeah,
Television.
yeah, just like on TV. When you see the address like this, you may not recognize, but this is 30 Rock. There's an observatory all the way up there. This is top of the rock. You have an amazing view of the Empire State Building from up there. It is one of my favorite observatories exactly because of this view. When you come to New York City, you gotta visit at least one observatory because the views are absolutely fantastic from up there. We've been to most of them. They're all very worth it and amazing. This time we're gonna see a brand new one to us, and it's coming up in a future video. Make sure you activate the notifications not to miss the upcoming videos. Radio City Music Hall. This was the first building in the Rockefeller Center that opened up in the early 30s. It's not even located in the plaza. This is a massive theater. Almost 6,000 people can fit in over here. Still one of the biggest in the United States. And you know something that happened here?
The NFL football draft.
I knew you'd say that. Yeah. We're back at Fifth Avenue, and now you can hear the bells. We're right in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral. This beautiful Catholic cathedral right here is the seat of the New York Archdiocese. Now you may think, how can a church be such a high-priced piece of real estate over here? Well, the construction was way before this avenue became the Fifth Avenue we have today. They still have services here. Look at this, every day. There's a line to visit this store inside the church. Wow, this is a very modern church. Look at this. You can do everything from your phone. Donate, learn about the history, follow the gospel reading, and the cardinal's welcome. They may not even distribute papers anymore. Now, from here into Central Park, this is where you come for window shopping. It's no surprise that Fifth Avenue is one of the most expensive streets in the world, and most designer stores are located exactly in the next few blocks. Even if you have no intention of shopping, it's worth it to come here for a stroll, as this is a really beautiful area. Fun fact, Fifth Avenue is the dividing line for East and West streets in Manhattan. For example, it separates East 56th from West 56th. Just arriving in Central Park and Apple. This Apple store here is open 24 hours. Needed to pick up something here, an AirTag for my mom. As the Apple stores in Orlando are very far from where we live, this was way more convenient. Now I can already say I went shopping on Fifth Avenue. Now basically just across the street, look at where we are. This is the one and only Central Park, an oasis right in the middle of the city where you can even hear the cicadas. A lot of people come here for picnics, get some rest, read a book. Here's some of the most expensive real estate in New York,
Absolutely.
huh? In fact, the section of Fifth Avenue that runs along Central Park was nicknamed Millionaire's Row in the early 20th century due to the high concentration of mansions. And today's condos are worth several $1 million. There's so much to do here that you'd need a couple hours to enjoy. Also, this park is really, really big. For me to show you everything here, I'd need to dedicate an entire video to Central Park. You can even download this free audio guide to learn all about it. The next few videos, I'll show you some newer parks in the city that are gaining a lot of attention as well. This is the most visited urban park in the entire United States.
Really? I could understand that. You know, it's a big city and,
Yeah.
you know, lots of people come and travel here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the most famous park as well.
Yeah.
So interesting how you hear more foreign languages here than English, right? At the Central Park, at least.
Yes.
This is so interesting.
Isn't English the second language?
The second language here?
Yes.
It might be. Seriously, we heard Russian, Greek, Spanish everywhere. What else? Some I don't even know. I can't recognize. You can rent a bike right here. It's $15 for an hour. Here are the prices.
Yeah,
Here?
scooter, electric,
Oh, scooter too.
e-bike.
And an e-bike. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you. You can rent here for an hour and go enjoy at Central Park. We're right in front of Central Park. Look at that. What's your name?
Mohammed.
Mohammed. You can come here and look for Mohammed. Ah, hello. Bye. Thank you.
I want my pizza.
Here in New York City, you see dollar pizzas everywhere, so we decided giving it a try today. Just found this one here for 99 cents.
Pizza. I want mine.
What's the verdict? 99-cent pizza?
Good.
Yeah. It's much better than expected. I like it.
Give me another.
There you go. In New York City, you eat pizza with your hands. You gotta grab and fold the pizza. You should actually fold it a little more, but I'm using the napkins here to make it easier. But this is how it is. Lunch for $6, huh?
Yeah. Should have been 50 cents less.
Yes, if we had paid attention.
Yeah.
If we had paid attention that you could get 2 slices and a Coke.
For $2.75.
Exactly. We just got one to get started and then we wanted more. We didn't expect it to be so good. And these places are normally open until 4 in the morning.
Quite the park, huh?
Very cute, very nice. Let me show you a really nice place in this area here. This is Bryant Park. It is so full of cafes and restaurants. Look at this. Full of tables outside, everyone outdoors having a good time. And even better, there's always something going on here. Look at this, free Tai Chi classes. There's a stage here, look at this. Sometimes there are movies, sometimes there are concerts, everything free. Normally late afternoon, early evening. During winter, there are other things going on. And across the park, this wonderful building is New York City's public library. The same building we saw earlier from Fifth Avenue. I think I've never seen so many tables like this spread all over a park. But Bryant Park is super famous for the public restrooms. They're supposedly among the best in the country. You should go check the bathroom.
Why?
It is really nice. It's like a high-end bathroom.
Oh, really? Does it help you to go?
When you want to go, you just want to go, you know?
Oh, okay.
Seriously, you'd never expect something like this to be free in a park.
We have free toilets all across America.
Baby, it smells good. It looks like a high-end place. There are mirrors, really nice flowers, and classical music.
So they take care of it. They make it an experience.
Oh, yeah.
So when you come to New York, you have to go to Bryant Park and go to the toilet. Forget everything else, just go to the toilet.
Now get ready to see a square that is exactly the opposite. Times Square is a big commercial and entertainment center, but if you ask any New Yorker, they'll tell you not to come here because it is a big tourist trap. It can be, but as a foreigner, I also understand why tourists love this area here, because look around. Where else do you see a place like this? Where else on earth do you see a place like this? This many billboards, lights everywhere. If it is your first time in New York, I think it's worth coming here for a stroll. Just don't spend a lot of your money here. Why the name Times Square?
Because of the newspaper Times.
The New York Times.
The New York.
Yes, they moved right here. They were in this main building. This area was not called Times Square at all. When the New York Times moved right here, as a homage, this became Times Square. Even the New Year's tradition here, that ball that drops, from up there, that started with the New York Times.
The Times started everything here.
Yes, journalists, baby, journalists. Importance of journalists. As the Times moved to this area here, a lot of other companies started coming as well. Today, they're not here anymore. They needed a bigger space. This is a really cool place for you to come, sit down over here and just people watch. But as the stairs are now closed, let me share some images I shot during my last trip here. There are a lot of people in costumes here. If you want to take a picture with them, they're gonna charge you like $10 or $20, so just be ready. When you come to New York City, you're going to realize that a Broadway show is not necessarily located on Broadway Avenue. That's because Broadway is just a reference to the size of the theater. A Broadway theater has more than 500 seats. Less than that is off-Broadway or off-Broadway. This here, for example, this is the Majestic Theater, not on Broadway Avenue, and this is home to the longest running Broadway show in history, the Phantom of the Opera. It's been going on since 1988. Now they're taking advantage of the pandemic here to renovate the theater.
I wake up, flex, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck.
But you should definitely visit Times Square at night.
I wake up, flex, sundown, that check, so drip this.
There's some steps here. Is it really for people to take pictures?
Rest, might crash, might wreck, but
Look at YouTube. Advertising YouTube Shorts on Times Square.
turn to a savage, now my baby.
Here, this place here, TKTS, you can get discounted same-day tickets for Broadway shows. Normally, there's a big line. Now it is closed because it closes at 8 p.m.
First one in, the last one out, can't call me Liz. Put in my iris, send the invoice, and they pay me.
If you haven't realized it yet, we spent an entire day in New York City seeing some of the top attractions without paying any entrance fee. This is something I love about the city because New York can be very expensive, but you can also have a great time totally free.
Andate fala muito
Okay.
corta.
No sleep, no rest.